the people wanted big NBA trades. That's exactly what they got, and your Detroit Pistons were right in the middle of it. Here are the details of the trade. The Clippers sent Blake Griffin, Bryce Johnson, and Willie Reed to the Pistons. The Clippers get back Avery Bradley, Tobias Harris, Boban, 2018 first round, 2019 second round. Jalen Rose, you are a lifetime Pistons fan. You are a Detroit native. You tell us, as a Pistons fan, not an NBA analyst, how do you feel about the Pistons haul in this trade?
I feel terrific about it. I feel bad for our colleague Michelle Beadle because her favorite player, Boban, comes to L.A., and she's going to the East Coast to do Get Up April 2nd.
What can you do?
Here's why it's a really good thing for the Detroit Pistons. A lot of times we talk about a three-point happy NBA, but usually you attribute it to building your roster to beat the best team. That has become the Golden State Warriors. What makes them unique is that they have a 6'11" guy named Kevin Durant that has led the league in scoring 4 times, playing the 4 spot. And to close games, they have a 6'7" guy named Draymond Green, who just so happens to not only lead the team in rebounds, but lead the team in assists.
Okay.
Everybody's trying to match that dynamic on the interior.
How do Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin do that?
Most people aren't going to be able to do. Match that dynamic. Look at the landscape in the Eastern Conference where they play. And the top teams, which, by the way, before LeBron went to Miami, won championships, and won the East basically every year for 4 times in a row, then went back to Cleveland and did the exact same thing, he's had a stranglehold on that conference. But before then, since Michael Jordan retired, oh man, the East was a revolving door, okay? You've seen the Philadelphia 76ers, the Nets, the Pacers, all types of teams come out of that conference. So now when you look at the Boston Celtics, who do they have up front? Do you know who the Boston Celtics have up front?
Of course I do. My man Aaron Baines, the New Zealander.
Okay, who do the Cleveland Cavaliers have up front? Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson.
Sure.
Who do the Washington Wizards have up front?
Oh, it's a mess, Gortat.
Absolutely. So there are teams that have individual bigs like Embiid or Whiteside. So to have 2 guys that can potentially get you 15 points from Drummond, really good passers at their position, both double-figure rebounds, I think this is going to bolster what they're trying to get accomplished as a playoff run in the East. And lastly, they're both still under contract for multiple years. And when you're a team that doesn't continue to attract marquee free agents and you get to all-star level players that are both under contract for multiple years, it's a good move for my hometown team.
Okay, well, certainly in the short term, this isn't exactly going to put them into contention because, as you mentioned, both those players are great passers. They don't really have much to pass to. And you talk about the long term. Blake Griffin in the last 4 years has missed about 1/3 of every game. And how do you feel about them paying this guy who's not always on the floor $39 million in the 2020-21 season? Isn't that concerning a little bit as a Pistons fan?
Were the Philadelphia 76ers concerned to give Joel Embiid a max contract? In his
Probably.
4th season, he hasn't played 82 total games. That doesn't stop people from projecting that Philadelphia is trusting the process and they're going to be the team in the future. Certain players have injury concerns. Blake Griffin is one of those players. But if he is healthy to go along with Andre Drummond, they're going to be a force in the Eastern Conference where usually the best team, like the Greek Freak or like Porzingis, usually has that one guy up front that could be dominant, not necessarily 2 of those level players.
I love what you're doing here. I like this spin. It's like everyone else is going small, we're going to zig while everyone else is going to zag.
Of course, we had all the conspiracy theories as soon as the trade came on. You know what we're talking about here. Conspiracy that number 1. They're in the LeBron sweepstakes now. The Clippers are clearing room for LeBron. Oh, wait, they're in the Paul George sweepstakes because he loved the Clippers growing up. Oh, my God, breathless. I mean, personally, well, you can see I was a little annoyed by this.
Wow, you are agitated.
I am agitated. Come on. I mean, how many people really believe that LeBron is like, ooh, the Clippers now? I'm just saying. All I will say is this seems to me to be, I was going to say this is a path to free agency in 2019. You've got Kawhi and Kyrie coming up then. You think that LeBron is like, ooh, maybe I'll be a Clipper now?
Well, I think it definitely opens up the door. I think the opportunity for him to come and play in L.A. and not have to join the Lakers is wide open for him right now.
That's an amazing sentence.
And I kind of
come to LA and not have to join the
kind of
Lakers.
read into LeBron's tweet this morning. You know, he was talking about loyalty and what they expect from players. Well, I think he's opening up some doors that kind of let you know.
I would say the Clippers are a long shot, but they're in Los Angeles. And look, I don't sleep on Doc Rivers if he's still here, and I certainly don't sleep on Jerry West. And like LeBron has done a crazy, unexpected thing where there was essentially an empty team other than Wade and Haslam, and they orchestrated. So it's not crazy to think about. But the Clippers that was a once-in-a-lifetime event, what happened in Miami.
Yeah.
And the Clippers now face the reality of, do we want to rebuild? Because star free agents do not go to bad teams. Star free agents go to good teams or teams where they can load up their other star friends.
But 3 stars will.
Right.
That's-
They can all come
that's-
together.
that's the
And I
scenario.
do think, look, you're right. LA is always going to be a destination. Again, it's 82 degrees here today. Just saying.
It's nice.
And there are free agents. If it's not the LeBron PG generation, again, Kyrie, Kawhi, they're in 2019. There's other people that they now have some room for that they are not committed to Blake.